Well, are you surprised they have been quiet about this, presumably because they can't blame Israel?
100%. When it's not Israel, when Muslims are murdering Muslims around the world keeps silence. The UN keeps silence. The human rights organizations keep silence. It's not news. It's not interesting. Just look on the horrific pictures you've just shown of Hamas publicly executing people. People are cheering in circles around those activities. You must have shown the pictures of the poor shark who was stabbed dozens of times from people, Palestinians who dragged the poor creature out of the ocean.
Lital, sorry to interrupt, but I have read about that, but we actually haven't covered it on the show. So do you want to tell our audience about was it a shark or was it a whale?
It was a shark whale, a very rare type who was swimming along the shores of Israel for quite some time. The moment he got into the Gaza shore, the people just dragged him out of the water and started stabbing it, dozens of people around it. It's a very shocking way to see. And Greenpeace Israel actually posted a message on their Facebook page saying it depends on the context. It depends on the context, and they're writing a lot of sharks are being hunted by people around the world. This is not a regular fishing spree, of people caught shark in their nets. That was a horrific look. And that's another example of an organization who's supposed to take care of animals and just making excuses for those Palestinians stopping the poor animal.
US Vice President J.D. Vance arrived in Israel last night to support the peace deal. Here he is.
Every time that there's an act of violence, there's this inclination to say, oh, this is the end of the ceasefire. This is the end of the peace plan. It's not the end. It is, in fact, exactly how this is going to happen when you have people who hate each other, who have been fighting against each other for a very long time. We are doing very well. We are in a very good place.
So, and by the way, I hate that equivalence that they tend to bring people who've been fighting each other. I mean, Israelis just want to live in peace. They didn't ask for the war. They didn't ask to be invaded and attacked and massacred on October 7. No one wanted this war. But nonetheless, do you think it is now just reality that Israel will have to go back into Gaza to defeat Hamas?
Yes, well, Israel will have to go to Gaza for a number of reasons. First of all, we still haven't gotten all of our hostages. The dead hostages who are still being held by Hamas, 13 still being held by Hamas. And secondly, you still have armed men controlling the Gaza Strip. You still have 50% of the terror tunnels who weren't dismantled, and Israel will have to finish the job that it started, so we won't have a threat right on our border. Only this week, Hamas has prevented the ceasefire 4 times. 2 Israeli soldiers has been killed by Hamas terrorists. Just yesterday, again, they were shooting against Israeli soldiers on the yellow border line. So Hamas is preventing the ceasefire again and again. And I think Israel wouldn't have any choice but to get inside the Gaza Strip again.
All right, Lital Shemesh, thank you very much once again.